flowers are blooming, the grass is growing, and it's time to mow your lawn. Thanks to our sponsor, Manscaped, you can trim the hedges below the belt safely and efficiently. I'm talking about ball trimmers, baby. Manscaped is here to make sure your balls are smooth and smelling nice. After all, it's time for some spring cleaning, bitches. That's right, I'm talking about the Lawnmower 3.0, and I'm here to endorse it. I'm your host and ball trimming expert, Mike Biseglia. Use my promo code, MikeDelivers, that's all one word, and you could get 20% off plus free shipping on the Lawnmower 3.0. I've got some information in my show notes. I'm a big fan of the Lawnmower 3.0. I can't show any pictures because it's illegal. And, quite frankly, I'm not in the mood to get sued and grossed out everybody. The best part, though, of the picture, you would see the grooming job the Lawnmower 3.0 did on my testicles. Here is the Lawnmower 3.0 Live. That's just directly in the microphone, not on my balls. Again, if you need to trim down below this spring and maybe even on your head up top, go for it. Use the Lawnmower 3.0 and use my promo code MikeDelivers. All one word, manscaped.com. More information in the show notes.
Welcome inside. Mike delivers from his wife's, cat's, his own living room. Here's your host, Mike Biseglia.
That's right, this is Mike Delivers, episode number 72. And I'm your host, Mike Biseglia. And I'm coming to you from my wife's, from my cat's, from my own kitchen / dining room / living room / living situation.
Wait, first of all, that makes it sound like we have a one-bedroom house.
/ bathroom / kitchen / patio We're coming to you live from Bloomfield, New Jersey. Thank you, everybody, for downloading this episode. You can find it where all major podcasts are found on all the big platforms. And, of course, if you're coming here, you know you're a fan of theprosclub.com. You can get other great podcasts like Bad Weather Fans, Outside the Box with Mike and Leon. It's all there for you. Check out theprosclub.com. It's my little podcast family. So please go ahead and check that out. Also, you got a bad burn on your hand.
Yeah.
Oof. Didn't see that coming in the intro. Also, check out my Patreon page. That's Mike Delivers. There you can get bonus content like how I crashed my wife's car, how we both had COVID-19, and everything else. We've got about 10 episodes now on there. There's bonus videos, everything else. So if you like this podcast, I highly recommend heading over to the Patreon page, patreon.com, and type it in, Mike Delivers. Also, shout out to my guys at the O'Brien Creative Group. They're the ones that created my amazing logo, and I really appreciate all the work that they have done for me, not just because my logo looks great, but they've really created a brand for Mike Delivers. It's more than just talking about Uber Eats deliveries. It's food reviews. It's my cat licking his food right now live. It's my wife and I trying from different places, me delivering, and O'Brien Creative Group helps me accomplish that, so thank you. More information on them, or if you want to do a logo, head over to the show notes page. You got a link over there. My name is Mike. I'm from New Jersey, and today we tried a sandwich called Jersey Mike's. I feel like we should have done this on my birthday. It would have been, perfect.
I know. Valid point. Well, we did it because the Patreon suggested this one first.
That's right. So our Patreon members got the vote, and for the month of May, we're doing a sandwich every week. Great idea by my producer, who's holding my child. What a producer.
In my belly, I'm holding.
Yes. Not literally. But the votes came in, and the first place we tried is Jersey Mike's. And I'm from Jersey. My name's Michael, so an appropriate thing to do here in May.
Yes. So I don't have... My, only real history with Jersey Mike's is calling it Jimmy John's.
Like by accident.
All the time I do that.
Yeah, you
I
get it mixed
can't
up.
Not call it Jimmy John's.
You kept saying, we're doing the Jimmy John's review. I'm like, I thought it was Jersey Mike's. You're like, that's what I meant.
And I don't like Jimmy John's. I know that.
Yes.
Because
you might change your opinion
I
in a
don't
couple
know.
weeks.
I had it every Tuesday for 5 years. I don't think I like it. Or every, like, third Tuesday for 5 years. And I didn't like it then, at least. So we're doing this month of sandwiches. But we didn't want to get, like, 4 turkey sandwiches.
Right.
So I did a little research.
Little digging.
Basically try to have them put their best foot forward.
Yeah.
And so there's like articles basically suggesting, what are the best sandwiches. So we're going to try different sandwiches, but the best of what they have to offer.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's sort of the story with the decision making, but I learned a lot. Do you know where Jersey Mike's started?
New Jersey?
Yeah, more specifically.
The shore?
Yes.
Honestly, it feels like a beachy thing.
Point Pleasant.
Okay.
So, which is really close, which they're like, the only thing close to that's Asbury Park, which, as we probably have not mentioned here, or maybe that is basically our favorite place in the entire world.
And we were supposed to go next weekend, next Sunday. May 10th is my birthday, which is also a very important day because it's Mother's Day. That's just a complete coincidence.
Yeah.
But it does happen a lot.
It makes for a really expensive week.
But we were planning to go to Asbury for the weekend, but you can't. I don't know if to explain. I guess you could, but we're not.
No, you can't.
I mean, we could.
I mean,
we could drive to the town and just drive through it. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not like we're not allowed to go in there. We could take our car and go there.
Well, I don't know if they've reopened the boardwalk because it was closed completely. And honestly, without the boardwalk, it's kind of.
I mean, it's a fun town, but it's like.
But you can. But the fun part's restaurants.
I understand bars. No, I get it. We'd be just like. But what I'm trying to say is we could go, but we just wouldn't do much. We would just drive around in the car, and that might even be more depressing.
Yeah, exactly.
To get that, that's the definition of a tease.
It's super close to us, but we like to stay. Like I have lots of hotel points. We were to stay for the weekend and everything, so kind of a bummer on that. But I guess that's a little bit of an ode to your Asbury Park.
Yeah.
Did you have it growing up?
Since
you are a Jersey Mike.
I think that's the first Jersey Mike sandwich I've ever had in my life. I'm not kidding. I have no memory of eating it.
I know I've had to have had it, but I can't. Now that we did eat it, there's nothing. I thought like I'd have it. I'd be like, yes. I was at Princeton at a luncheon, and that's where I had it. Nothing. Nothing came to me when I got it.
Is it? I'm. This is going to sound stupid, but is it outside of New Jersey? Can you get Jersey Mike's in other places?
Yeah, it is.
Are there locations besides New York and Connecticut? I feel like Florida definitely is going to have Jersey Mike's
because it's beachy as well.
Yeah, I'm getting a Florida vibe.
I did read somewhere, and I'll have to look it up while we were talking about. They compared like how many of there are of these versus how many there are of like Subways and everything. And I do remember the number because I was like, holy crap, there are. Oh my god! See, I thought it was Jimmy John's again. Okay,
did you look up Jimmy John's?
No, I'm looking. So there are 45,000 Subway locations.
45,000 Subways. Wow.
There are 1,500. No. There are 1,700 Jersey Mike's.
Wow. Okay.
And they're trying to add another 1,500 in 5 years. So I guess maybe it's not that, like, old comparatively. Okay, so 1971 is when it started, but I'm sure it didn't franchise till, like...
Of course.
1987 it franchised.
And does it say where they are located?
I'd have to look that up.
No problem. All right, well, there you put it in scale. If there's 45,000 Subways, 1,700 Jersey Mike's.
So here's perspective. 3,300 Arby's. So there's half as many Arby's. And, like, I feel like Arby's is a bigger deal.
There's only 3,300 Arby's in the whole country? 2,800
Jimmy John's. Firehouse Subs, which, man, there are so many commercials for that Firehouse Subs. Because I have a little TV on my desk for work, and just, like, I have the news on. There's a Firehouse Subs, like, commercial. And I've never been to that either. Here's an interesting one. Quiznos, at its peak, had 4,700. I fucking loved Quiznos.
Is Quiznos still in business?
I don't think so.
I'd like to try one of those.
I loved Quiznos.
Well, they were the first ones to do the hot gimmick.
Subs, yes. Which were so much better. And this was even before we met, and I thought, man, these sandwiches are a lot better hot.
How many did you say there were in the U.S. for Subways?
45,000.
See, something doesn't make sense, because now I'm looking up how many McDonald's there are, and it says there's 23,000. There's got to be more McDonald's than there are Subways.
The Subways are in everything, too. Like, sometimes they're in, like, Kmarts and stuff.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. You'll get them, like...
Sometimes they're in your apartment building, which we'll talk about later.
That's a good point. There are, like, randomly in places.
And they're small, and they're shoved in places. McDonald's has to have a drive-thru in space.
Interesting. I never even thought of that. I
so
wonder if that's accurate. That doesn't seem right to me.
You just asked, like, where's the Subway earlier today around us? There's literally one we could walk to.
I know, and I forgot.
Didn't even think about.
I didn't even think it was there. The one I thought we were going to have to go to, although this is the Jersey Mike episode, was all the way, like, by Caldwell. I couldn't even think of Verona.
No, and I'm sure there's 10 between here and there.
So, there you go, Subway. You're everywhere. Jersey Mike's, not as much. And now, you did a great job. Now, I guess we really don't, I mean, as far as, like, the experience goes talking about it, I have, like, a vague memory of seeing one for the first time and being like, that sounds like me. I'm Mike from Jersey. This is kind of cool. But you know how many people must think that? How many Mikes there are in New Jersey?
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God. Thousands upon thousands of us idiots roaming around. But that's my only real memory of Jersey Mike's is just saying, hey, it sounds like me. I've been there a lot as an Uber Eats driver. I've been to the one in West Orange a bunch.
Which is the one I went to.
I've done that a bunch, but there's probably a time in my life where I ate it and I just don't remember. I just cannot.
I feel like I had to have had it at a seminar or something, or like some luncheon. But by the same token, it did not jog any memories for me at all. But I guess that's good. We came in completely like unbiased.
Yeah.
I had no idea what we were getting into.
We did not. So I kind of had an idea because I've seen the sandwich a lot.
Yes, and I had not. So I was like,
I knew kind of like what the bread would look like, and I've seen how they've kind of danced, and dance isn't the right word, dressed. Why did I say dance? They danced the sandwiches. Boom, boom, a dancing sandwich. I've seen how they've dressed the sandwiches, so I kind of had an idea of what I was getting myself into with that. But I did not know exactly what was involved in actually tasting it. So kudos to you. You said earlier in this episode you wanted to, from each place we're going to try some of their go-to meals, their specialties.
Yeah, like their best of the best foot forward, which I'm dying to see what it is at Subway.
And the one you found, that teriyaki chicken is what I'm going to guess. That's just a guess.
God!
But the one you found was for Jersey Mike's.
Are we going to tell that story of the teriyaki chicken?
Oh yeah,
in your backpack.
How excited! You're getting excited for the Subway story.
Oh God! I hate it so much.
That was the last time I threw up.
Well, it spoiled the lead.
Well, I'm just saying it was. So,
it was a pretty good run.
You went. I know. Have I thrown up since? I don't think so. Have you? Okay, so you were the one that went into the store. You picked it up. So I know nothing about it.
Okay, well, let me tell you what we picked and why we picked it.
I forgot that already.
Okay, so the article that I found that I thought that I kind of based most of it off because I think everything was more or less in consensus was Thrillist did like a review. And so they went to one in Northern California and they tried a bunch of different sandwiches. So they really liked the white bread. They liked the Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and they have like a whole menu of just Philly cheesesteaky or chicken cheesesteaky items. You were not super into that with like the lots of melty cheese, so we didn't go that route. But the other thing that they said, which I think is probably the best choice, was the roast beef, because apparently that was what they started making. They make their own roast beef. They still do on site. And that's like, they were started as like a roast beef company.
Yes.
So we kind of went with the best of the best, and we just did it, and there's a saying for it. Okay, so I guess there's three bread: white, wheat, and rosemary. And they said the wheat and the rosemary were like really dry, and then you could get a mini sandwich. We just got regular, like normal sandwich.
Yeah.
And they said that was super dry, even in the white, and we had the white bread, and it was awesome. It really was.
Squishy too, which I like.
Yeah. The things they said that really sucked were the meatballs. Like, the meatballs themselves were very bad. And anything put into a wrap was a disaster. So, which, wraps are kind of... If you get, like, a low-carb wrap, like at the grocery store, they can be very healthy. If you get one as your bread option, just get the fucking bread.
Just get the bread.
I have a master's nutrition.
You got an eyelash. Driving me nuts.
Just get the damn good bread because it's the same amount of carbs and your sandwich is not going to dribble all over you.
Yeah.
So we got I can't find the name of it, but we just got it the Mike's Way. Yes, Mike's Way, that's what it's called. So that's white onions, lettuce, tomato, vinegar, oil, and spices.
With the roast beef.
And we got roast beef with provolone, which is just their default.
And I was very excited when I heard that was the default, because I was like, oh, more nasty mayo
And I
sandwiches.
had the same thought, because on a cold sandwich with just plain mayo, I will eat it I will eat it. It just doesn't do it for me. If it's cold, wet, and slimy sandwich, you're just adding cold and slimy. Yeah. If it's like a panini with like an aioli or something, I just don't feel like it adds anything, because it's already a cold, slimy sandwich.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You don't have to convince me.
It's a texture thing.
I totally get it. So when you said it was this vinegar based, I was so excited.
I was too. I
got pumped.
We didn't even have that discussion, but I was like, that's awesome that's like their Mike's Way.
So that would be my way too. So that was really cool. So that's the dish. That's the item that we ended up on. So now, let's get to the Jesse going in experience. And then after that, we will give our food review. 3, if you're new to this episode or new to this podcast, 3 scoring system. And it is taste, takeout presentation, and then heat factor are the 3 categories based on the Uber Eats life.
Yes, so I did a little, obviously everything is different on how you order things these days. And you had mentioned, like, go in, place the order, and wait. And I was like, I don't fucking want to do that. I was like, I don't want to stand in there. It's a hot, beautiful day. It's the first nice day we've had in New Jersey, like, this year. I don't want to be standing in a Jersey Mike's with the pandemic. So I was like, well, how can I order this? And it was like, do it on our app. So I downloaded the app, ordered it. It said now or 4 o'clock, and it was like 3:02. And I was like, I guess now. And it defaulted to 15 minutes from now.
So that seems perfect.
Except it took me longer to get there than that.
Okay, but even if you have to wait a few minutes, who cares?
Yeah, and part of it was nothing to do with actually going the distance there. Like, we go out that direction all the way. Like, my doctor's out there, the Whole Foods is out there. No big deal. But oh my God, there's so many people out and about. And it wasn't cars, it was human beings.
It's the first nice day in forever.
First nice
people
day.
have been cooped up in their house.
I had to stop at every single stoplight, every single, any intersection, and let people go. So that was why it took so long. And it was the same both ways. Like,
that traffic was horrendous.
Yeah, so I went out there. And this was the part that was kind of interesting to me. First of all, it was hot as hell in there. Which partly makes this grosser. That there was so it said on the app, when you come in, there will be 2 tables, Uber Eats and to-go orders. Right. So I go to the to-go orders, and I don't see mine. Okay. So I'm like,
and what time? It was longer than 15 minutes?
I got there 3:23. It said 3:20.
Okay, so you're thinking it's ready.
I'm thinking it's ready. And so I'm like, I'm just looking at the names and the numbers, and and it says like when the order was supposed to be ready and whatnot. There were orders that have been sitting there for like 2.5 hours. Oh, why? I guess they forgot, or maybe they I do have to say, and because I thought about
you forget.
That
doesn't make you don't forget.
One time,
or maybe they canceled and they couldn't.
One time in my life, I do remember this. I was on the road and I had to stop in Scranton. Simo Dollars, hometown, as I remember. Yes. I was driving back from Buffalo or Rochester, and I just couldn't make it home, so I stopped in Scranton, and I ordered my coffee order at a Dunkin' Donuts, and it was the wrong one. So I definitely did leave that coffee and order another one. And so,
yeah, because I think at that point people are canceling it. People aren't going let me get my meatball sub that's been sitting out for 3 hours. Delicious.
Well, one was 1:23, and since mine was since it was 3:23, I was
How could you see this?
Because it said so there was just a table. Oh, you could a table, a little kitchen table, like we're at right now. Yeah. And they had just bags of sandwiches on it.
And everything was paid for already through the app.
So that was the weird part was, so I waited, this guy was taking orders actively, and this woman just goes, "Are you Jess?" And I was like, "Yes." And she's like, "I have your sandwich." So I don't know how it didn't get out to the front, but whatever. So I did wait maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Okay. And I didn't see them making ours. So it had already been made.
It just never made its
way around. Yeah, and they had all this so all this stuff. And then coming back was an even longer way. So, because we kind of, in between our house And this Jersey Mike's is this like scenic lookout point.
Yes.
For New York City, where there's a big 9/11.
Beautiful view.
It is like, unbelievable.
View.
It's like the best
of the whole island.
It's probably the closest to the city you get a full view of the island of Manhattan.
Yes,
because it's like a really, really high hill,
and it's a little far away, so it's not like you're like right up on one specific skyscraper.
So you see
the whole strip, which is wild.
It's called Eagle Rock. Look it up.
Cool.
It's very cool, actually.
Very cool. Eagle Rock, yes, please do.
But there was a line to get up there, so because I'm assuming people are taking pictures, but they're social distancing. I mean, I've never.
That's the problem with the GPS, man. Because you could have gone home faster if you just went. Instead of cutting through the rock, just went around on the road.
But it is and it's still a nice, it's a really pretty drive. Like, all the houses there have, like, beautiful skyline and everything. So, anyway, I went back that way. Oh, and it was just pedestrians for days. They're just walking in front of the car. I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah, it probably took me 25 minutes to get home because it was just, like, dodging people.
Well, there's another Jersey Mike's, apparently, but not apparently. That's on Route 3, but there's not there.
So I went to the app, and there are 3 in our general vicinity. Montclair State University... Not open.
Okay, I don't know.
So maybe it's just for the college students, and that's why it's closed.
Gotcha.
The one on Route 3, they put a sign up
not built,
5 months ago. It's not there.
Probably got delayed from this.
And then this. Yeah, so it was... I mean, this is one of the further closest restaurants.
The only other... I've been to another Jersey Mike's in the area. I don't remember which town.
They're in a lot more...
It's near Newark.
I feel like they're in a lot of, like, shopping center kind of things. And we don't... Even though we live in Jersey, we don't live in a shopping center area.
I know, which would be surprising to people, but it's true.
I know. Like, when we lived in Long Island, I think there's not...
Every 2 seconds.
There's no not shopping center area in Long Island.
I know,
like,
every 2 seconds.
It's like, you got a pizza place, you got your nail salon, you got your tanning booth. And a bagel place. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we live in much more of, like, a residential town area. So, so anyway, that was the experience, but this is the perfect thing, because it's not ice cream. Didn't matter how long it took me to get back.
That's true.
It kind of didn't matter at all.
And it wasn't a hot sandwich. It was a cold cut.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll be a little tease on what's to come with the heat factor. But, yeah, I mean, there it is. Jersey Mike's, you got it. I always like when I enjoy when you do the picking up portion or the delivery portion, or when we bring it in and you have to deal with the driver if we do like an Uber Eats to our house. Because of someone that's a professional in the business, I always like to get your thoughts on things. So I appreciate that, and I respect how you did it.
Like, I mean, it was really pretty seamless, aside just from it not being ready. It wasn't where it said it would be. Like I would give my Panera situation 10 out of 10. Would do it again. It made it that easy. It was so good. I was like, I would do this again. So that was the only thing. But no, overall, it was pretty good. And I like doing it on the app. If I don't have to talk to anybody... Oh my God, that's fantastic! Yeah,
you are the king of that, queen of that. You do a good job with it.
Yeah,
we did the Papadilla on the app.
Yes,
that worked out better.
Well, this app doesn't do like the pizza tracker. I don't know who that is. If that's Papa John or Pizza Hut or whatever.
I don't remember.
Which actually tells you like it's in the oven, it's on its way. This was just like
they're spitting in it now.
Order sandwich.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, the whole thing was pretty seamless. It was just really far away for being a Jersey Mike.
So Jersey Mike made its way into Jersey Mike's house. I'm so stupid and corny. If you want to see my tasting of it, food reviews, head over to my social media pages, Mike Delivers Pod, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can see the food review of that and get a feel for what the sandwich looked like and the tasting and the tryings and all that stuff. So check it out on social media. All right, the way this works is for the review, there's 3 different categories, and it's based out of my wife's closet. No, it's based out of 2017 Toyota Rav4. That's like the gimmick.
I thought we were doing stuff in the house.
We're doing stuff in the house. So the way, if you're listening to this for the first time and you're like, Mike, you don't even know how your own damn podcast works. Originally, it was scoring system out of 10. It's in half increments. 10 is best, 0 is the worst, and it was out of 2007 Toyota Rav4s because that's what the gimmick mobile is for the Uber Eats. That vehicle has changed, and then now because we've been quarantined, we're doing items from the house. So this week, I think we should do... I have an idea. I had one.
Okay.
Oh, no, you go first. You go first.
I was going to do treadmills.
I was going to do pet nets.
Oh, they're like going under, so I don't know. That's
okay. All right, something Cuisinart.
Cuisinart? Cuisinart? The coffee makers?
The coffee makers. Okay. I like that. So we'll do it out of the coffee maker.
I just had the treadmill on my mind because that's been
We can do treadmill.
Because we have to... because I'm having to get it moved from upstairs to downstairs, and it's quite a thing.
It's heavy.
Those are heavy. People don't want to move them, by the way, down 2 flights of stairs into the basement.
We usually don't have a gallery of watching, but right now, Leon the cat, he is perched up on the bar of the kitchen area, and he has his head over the bar, and he was watching us like he was just in love.
Yeah, no,
very nice.
We have an audience. I like it.
Leon, what's your thoughts on the Jersey Mike subs?
Yep, that's about right.
Okay.
Our cat doesn't meow. We
Sorry.
have a weird meowless cat.
He's mute.
Yeah,
he just doesn't talk.
He doesn't meow.
He doesn't meow. All right, so anyway, 3 categories. And they are takeout presentation, heat factor, and taste. So those are the 3 that we'll go with. This is interesting because heat factor is, like last week, for example, we had Rita's Ice. So it was cold factor.
Also, by the way, it was like
different.
42 degrees when we got that last week.
I know, we should have done
it. It's like 85 degrees right now.
We probably should have done it backwards.
Yeah, except that I think we would not have gotten our Ritas quite as quickly.
No, yeah, that's a good point. That's a fair point. It would have taken forever.
Yesterday, I had all intentions of getting Ritas for lunch today.
Yes,
and I completely forgot.
I just was like,
Forgot.
Oh, man, I was just thinking about that. You said you would.
I completely forgot. Yeah, no.
Okay, well, there's still time.
Yeah.
There's still time. All right, so here we go. I always seem to be going first now. Yeah, you used to go first with the scores.
That's because I'd be like 8. You'd be like, I don't know, 8.
I'm really good at this, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take out our notes. Here we go. All right, so first we will do takeout presentation. I wasn't impressed. It was just a sandwich in some paper wrapped up in a brown bag. I like the Jersey Mike's colors. I think they are nice and they work and they're very American. But it's just kind of a boring takeout presentation. I get it. There's not much they can really do. I mean, what do you want? It's a sandwich. Like you couldn't put it in like a stainless steel glass. It'd be like, ooh, look at this. So it's pretty generic, your standard takeout kind of vibe. I went with a 5.5.
Ooh, that was low. Okay, so I'm gonna go, and this partially is like why I feel like I remember all the food I eat, like, and I know I've had this, but I can't remember it, and I'm wondering if like the marketing's not helping them.
It'll come to you like in the middle of the night.
No,
like,
no,
I remember now.
No, I don't. I don't know where this came from. Then I'm like, oh my god, have I been thinking Jimmy John's this entire time? I am gonna go with a 7.
Okay.
So because it was very like it is Jersey Shore-ish, and I like that side of it. And I like that they twist the bag. I just think that's different. I don't know. They twist up the bag
That's cute.
at the end. But yeah, it's pretty generic. It's cute. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen better. We've seen worse.
It's not memorable, and I think that's part of the issue. And that's why I don't remember what it is. Like, I don't know. I also don't know if I would have. If you asked me what the logo looked like, if I would have been able to tell you anything either.
I know, it's something I guess you don't really remember or think about. It's just like, it's Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Subway, it's like a green and yellowy thing.
Yeah.
McDonald's, obviously, you know. Wendy's, you know. Burger King, you kind of know with the dude, the king.
I know, that'd be funny if we did like a drawing competition of like what do the logos look like.
Oh my god, that sounds depressing. You have to do it with your eyes closed.
Oh god,
and see what they end up looking like.
Ugh, not good.
Okay, so that was takeout presentation. Let's go with heat factor. And this one is weird because usually we'll get like, okay, we get a hot meal, which is just a weird word, and is the cheese melty? Did the soup stay warm? Or we'll try a chicken Milanese. And
that's happening all the time.
Did the oil congeal? This was a sandwich that's meant to be, I guess, at a little like room temp, but just regular. It's just a sandwich. So this for me was the best heat factor we ever had. I went with a 9.5. It tasted probably, and I always judge it like this, is it the same as how you would have it when you're in the restaurant? And my answer to you is yes. It was identical to what it would taste like in the sandwich. The meat was the right temperature. The onions were the right temperature. They didn't get soggy, and it's more on the taste side of things. But everything seemed where it needed to be. So I went with a 9.5.
I'm going to go with a 9, and the only reason I'm not going to go with a 10 is I just felt like difficulty factor. It was pretty low.
What do you mean?
I don't know, to perfect the temperature. I was like, it was...
Now, that's an interesting call. Do you judge then because, like Rita's, for example, when we got that, it's a mile down the road, so it stayed cold. It wasn't like it was getting delivered from, Istanbul.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Once Constantinople, you know what I mean? Like we knew what it was going to be.
Yeah, I think it was... I just don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 because it's like, it is a room temperature sandwich, basically.
Yeah, I guess like a heat factor would be like, all right, we got French fries from South Jersey.
French fries always
They got delivered and they were hot, so you'd be like, that's a 10. Like, that to me is the only...
I'd be happy if they came from, like, I don't know, half a mile away and they were, like, remotely hot.
Yes. Okay, so scores there. Now to taste. I am a very picky sandwich eater with mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise. And the other thing that I get really picky about is cold cheese. I don't like cold cheese. So those two factors definitely gave me a little anxiety heading into this meal because I was like, all right, we're going to get a sandwich that's going to be laced with mayonnaise and it's going to have cold, nasty, congealed cheese. And I'm just going to be like, ugh, crap, like anxiously biting into this thing. But it ended up being an oily vinegar mix that was put on top of the food, not mayonnaise. And then the cheese was so thin, and the provolone, when you bit into it, you really didn't even know it was there. It was kind of like not part of the sandwich, if you really ask. And I liked the construction of it. I thought the roast beef was nice, medium rare. I thought it wasn't dry. And then I liked the onions and lettuce and tomato mixed with the vinaigrette on top. But the key to everything, in my opinion, was that the bread was nice and squishy. Squishy. It was squishy. So when you bit into it, you didn't have that crusty flakes coming off, scraping the top of your mouth. And I thought the sandwich as a whole, it worked. It would be something if, now, if we're on the road, and I know we have a Jersey Mike's, I'd be all into getting it. I went with an 8.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, if I have to agree, if this was on the Pennsylvania Turnpike on the way to see my family, I'd stop there for sure because the sandwich was very good. So I would say roast beef is not going to be something I normally eat. I do also realize that I should have microwaved this because I am pregnant and I should not be eating medium rare meat. However, I did have one bite, and if I get listeria, I will report back. But I'm probably going to be fine. I've eaten a lot of lunch meat in my day, and it would be weird if I started getting listeria now.
And I ate the whole rest of the sandwich.
Yeah, I had one bite. Yeah, but anyway, you're supposed to heat up lunch meat, I guess, if you're pregnant. But I've had one bite this entire time.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I feel like you're like, oh, what a badass. You're like I one time shoplifted, or you're like, I one time murdered a man. I one time I ate rare roast beef. What? It's okay.
No, but it's more just the stuff that people could get on you for.
I got you. Yeah. You're a good pregnant person.
I'm trying my best. I didn't even think about it, but. So I will say, first and foremost, not something I normally get. The roast beef was pretty good, though, because I don't like fatty meat, and roast beef can be fattier. I'm going to be a turkey person normally. On a cold sandwich, I do love a lot of toppings. So I like that it came with lettuce, tomato, thinly sliced onions. Onions are, probably my favorite food. So that I was really excited about. And it had red wine vinegar, olive oil, and seasonings on it.
Ooh.
So I like that there was a lot happening. And the white bread was... So I have to say... it was
squishy.
Well, squishy. I will say that in general, and I've been like this my whole life, it's not a health thing, I like the flavor of wheat bread better. Because I just think it has more flavor. It's nutty and earthy.
Okay.
If that quality of bread was wheat bread, I think I'd lose my marbles. Because that was very good.
That's the bread at the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah,
that's what that bread's like. You know
what I mean? That brown bread. There's nothing natural about that bread. But it's so good.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, a squishy wheat bread to me would be a dream. So I'm going to go with an 8.
Okay.
And part of the reason is just because I'm not going to usually be a roast beef sandwich person. Now, if I were a turkey sandwich, we would be talking a different number. Because if the turkey was that caliber of good.
But there again, the roast beef is what they're known for.
Yes, that is what they're known for. Well, I saw them making a turkey sandwich. It did look really good. I would say one thing, though. I felt that it needed a little salt and pepper.
Okay.
And I know that's like an option at Subway. You can get like added salt and pepper. But I was like, this is just the default.
Oh, sorry.
But also, like, I feel like roast beef could be really salty too.
Yeah,
so that's kind of probably safer.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you had to pick between the two ends of the spectrum from
you can always add your own salt.
Exactly.
Yes, but I just thought that it stuck out to me because I was like, I would like this to be a little bit saltier.
So the scores, takeout presentation, I had a 5.5. Jess, you had a 7. Heat factor, did very well. This is the highest of the heat factors, 9.5 and a 9. And then taste, 8 and 8. One of our higher scores here on the Mike Delivers podcast, episode number 72. Jersey Mike's did well. Moving forward, I've just had an idea. We'll have to do like a whole score. Like
rank the sandwiches.
Yeah, we can go back and rank everything.
Save that then.
And then we could do that. Because I think this and Rita's actually, the last 2 weeks, have done particularly well compared to some of the other shit we've done in the past.
Yes, and I feel like I had zero preconceived notions with this one. And Rita's, I was expecting to not hold up.
No.
I was, like a 90s movie. Like a 90s rom-com. I was expecting that to not hold up.
It's wild is, I think it'll be cool now trying Subway next week to have a real good gauge to compare the two.
Yes.
Like, because if we had Subway today, it would have, having Subway next week is going to mean a lot more than it would if we just tried it 8 months ago for the fuck of it.
The comparison factor is huge on this in general, like with the fish fillets. We might have had the Wendy one and it was like, this sucks, but compared to McDonald's, it was like
the shit.
A $40 sea bass. Like, it was so much better.
Would you like us to descale this here in the shop? I just want my sandwich.
Oh my god, yeah. So this is going to be interesting to try.
Yes.
All of that. But anyway, this was a very solid showing.
I
agree.
I
liked that I had literally zero preconceived notions.
I agree.
I don't remember what this is.
I agree completely. All right, so that is the food review from Jersey Mike's, the roast beef sandwich, the Mike Special, right? Is that what it's called?
It was just the roast beef sandwich, but you had it Mike's way.
Mike's way. That's right, baby. Have it my way. Okay, so we end all these episodes with a question that's going to be more fun this week than it has been in previous ones, but this is a good time to talk about it. Best thing you ate this week?
Best thing I ate this week was my entire dinner last night.
Continue.
Okay, so we love this restaurant, Cafe Giotto in Montclair. It is a little Italian restaurant, but it's very, I don't know, it's just, they kind of do a lot of specials. So they have like a general menu, but they do...
But I don't think anybody ever orders from the regular menu.
Well, what I got was, the one thing I got was.
Sorry.
So I love this one salad. It's the quinoa salad, which is just like quinoa with lettuce and avocado and Parmesan cheese and olives and roasted peppers. And it is just magical.
Yes.
And last night, it was the most magical it's ever been. I don't know what was happening with that chef.
It was on point.
And I got a piece of like focaccia, caramelized onion focaccia bread. Oh my God.
That was good.
Oh my God. It was, I don't know. It was just like, we've had this restaurant a bajillion times. It's very much like our...
You always like it. It's not like...
Yes,
not
but
like
it does vary in quality. Like, we do it a lot when we come back from the Jersey Shore. It's like a good... Yeah. It's a really good takeout place because it is micro
it's meant
small.
For takeout, yeah.
It is so small. And they can sometimes put chairs out, tables outside, but it's a lot.
We ate out there one time with your parents, but
yeah,
for the most part, every other time.
I've been out there a couple times, like with friends.
I think, yeah, for me at least, it's been takeout.
It's like, it can hold like 2 tables, but the food is like magical. So anyway, that was what we did. And it's a little challenging to do Saturday nights around here because everything basically closes at 6. So you kind of have to like plan and everything. So you never know what like your reheat factor is. It was just amazing.
For me, there was two things, the last couple of days that have been amazing. The sandwich I had at Marcel's.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Jeez, I am eating it was the fried chicken sandwich from Marcel's, the local spot in Montclair. The owner / chef of this place has a couple of spots in town. He's won Chopped twice. Like, the guy knows what he's doing. It was a fried chicken sandwich with an unbelievable bun. Like,
well, they make everything.
Homemade bun, pickled pickles. Is that a thing?
Pickles.
Pickles.
Just pickles.
I guess,
pickled cucumbers.
Yeah, okay. So when you're pickles, you're just pickles.
Yes.
I learned something new. Anyway, I'll shut up. The sandwich is fucking incredible. But it comes in a second, but a close second to the pasta dish I had last night from Cafe Giotto, which was it was the pasta special, which was cavatelli, sausage, and mushrooms, and like a garlic sausage mushroom broth, and it was fucking amazing.
I don't know if they must have made that pasta. It was definitely fresh pasta.
That pasta was not like from the.
You're very much like sharing food person, but you were like, you can have exactly one noodle like that.
I was like, no, do not use.
Sorry,
all this.
pregnant lady, you can have one noodle.
Yeah, I let you have two. Let's not make it.
But I think I had one.
No, I definitely had to have a couple, but I was like, do not eat half of this, or I will murder you.
I let you have some. I had let you have a nice piece of my focaccia bread.
I know, thank you very much. I also had a soup that was good, but comparative, I'm like, yeah, the soup was fine.
Yeah, it was. They were on point, which was amazing because it was chaotic in there when we placed. We had to physically just like we stuck our head in and placed the order because we kept trying to call and getting it dropped and.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
we almost didn't even get.
I know.
I'm glad we did, but there's a lot of
totally
other factors.
Worth it.
It was
but
chaos.
It was, yeah.
All right, episode 72 in the books. We just tried the roast beef sandwich from Jersey Mike's. Next week, we will be giving it a go at Subway. We'll find this special. Jess will do some great research, and we'll figure out what we will be getting at Subway. Thank you again if you found this podcast on the Pros Club Podcast Network. If you have not and you're new and you're listening, the Pros Club is the podcast network I helped co-create, and there's a lot of great content on there, including Rex Walters, former NBA player, 7-year veteran. He's got a cool conversation with Stan Van Gundy. Go ahead, check that out. There's beer reviews, basketball talk, and also just lifestyle conversation. It's all part of the prosclub.com, and as well, Patreon page, Mike Delivers, bonus Mike Delivers content. It's all on there. Thank you to the guys subscribing on Patreon. It's appreciated. I know it's a couple bucks. It's $4 a month, which is nothing. And it goes a long way to helping just maintain this podcast and keeping it going and keeping it strong. So thank you to everybody.
You get 4 extra podcasts a month.
At least. Bonus bloopers.
And the back catalog.
And the back catalog. Nice job. You get it up. You come in, that's going to be your line right now, the back catalog. I say there's other episodes on there.
I'm an actual Patreon patron for like
you should be doing the plug.
Numerous podcasts, and that's like one of the big ones is that you can go back and start from the beginning. Because I've joined them. I've joined a couple right when they started, but I've also joined some that were like a couple years in, and then you have like hours and hours of content to like catch up on.
So listen to her. She's smarter than me, and she knows what she's talking about. And also the Lawnmower 3.0. You can clean your balls. Use promo code MikeDelivers, Manscaped.com. Mike Delivers, Jersey Mike's, a lot of Mike. Jess, we are naming our son Mike.
No.
That's a lie.
No, we are not.
We're naming him Leon. Episode 72 in the books. Episode 73 will be out Tuesday. Episode 74 in a week. That will be... We got to think about something fun. For 100, it's got to be something special, too, by the way, for our 100th review.
Do like Phil Stones or something?
It's got to be something crazy for 100.
Crazy.
So think about that. Let us know. Send us your suggestions as well.
Oh, I have an idea.
We appreciate that. Shout out to Simo Dollars. He talked about Rita's last week. Tried to hook up with a girl there. Thank you, buddy, for listening to the podcast. I'll stop rambling. Episode 72. Jess, thanks as always for coming on and being my great co-host.
Anytime.